The death and burial of Moses is shrouded in mystery, and various texts across Abrahamic traditions offer fascinating glimpses into what may have transpired. According to the Bible, Moses, after leading the Israelites to the brink of the Promised Land, ascended Mount Nebo, where God allowed him to view the land but denied him entry. Deuteronomy 34:5-6 records Moses' death. And Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in Moab, as the Lord had said. He buried him in Moab, in the valley opposite Beth Peor, but to this day no one knows where his grave is. This passage suggests that God himself buried Moses, and the location was intentionally concealed. The mystery surrounding the burial immediately raises questions. Why was the grave hidden? What significance did Moses' body hold? According to some Jewish traditions, one possible reason is that Moses' body could have become an object of veneration or even worship by the Israelites, given his monumental role in delivering them from Egypt and guiding them for 40 years in the wilderness. By hiding his body, God may have sought to prevent such idolatry from taking root among the people, who had already shown a tendency to create and worship physical representations like the golden calf. The notion that Satan desired Moses' body adds another layer of intrigue. In the New Testament, the Epistle of Jude, verse 9, describes a strange confrontation. But Michael the Archangel, when he disputed with the devil and argued about the body of Moses, did not dare pronounce against him a railing judgment, but said, "The Lord rebuke you." This passage hints at a conflict between the Archangel Michael and Satan over the body of Moses. While the specific reasons behind this dispute are not detailed in canonical texts, it suggests that Moses' body held some form of significance in the spiritual realm beyond what is apparent. One interpretation, particularly from Christian sources, suggests that Satan may have wanted to use Moses' body to corrupt his legacy or incite the Israelites to fall into sin. By acquiring his body, Satan might have aimed to turn Moses' resting place into a site of temptation, drawing people away from the worship of God, and instead to the veneration of a revered leader. In this light, the hidden burial becomes a protective measure not just for Moses, but for the spiritual well-being of the Israelites. Some rabbinic traditions speculate that Satan's interest in Moses' body could stem from a legalistic claim. According to one line of thought, Satan might have argued that Moses, despite being a great prophet, was still a sinner. Moses' striking of the rock in the wilderness, disobeying God's command, was one of his more notable transgressions. Satan, often portrayed as the accuser in Jewish and Christian thought, might have seen Moses' sin as justification to claim his body. However, this claim was thwarted by Michael, acting under divine authority, who defended Moses. The concealment of Moses' burial site is mentioned in various apocryphal and extrabiblical texts as well. In the Assumption of Moses, an ancient Jewish text, additional details are given about Moses' final moments and burial. According to this account, Moses prepared for his death after speaking with God, and it was angels who took him to his resting place. This version aligns with the mysterious tone found in Deuteronomy, adding that even celestial beings played a role in ensuring the secrecy of Moses' final resting place. In Islamic tradition, while the Quran does not specifically address Moses' burial, he is regarded as a revered prophet, and many stories about his life and death resonate with those found in Jewish and Christian texts. Islamic scholars have speculated that God hid Moses' body to prevent it from becoming a pilgrimage site or an object of idol worship, reflecting a broader concern about humanity's inclination to venerate physical representations. This notion of divine wisdom in concealing Moses' body transcends religious boundaries, highlighting a shared apprehension across traditions regarding the potential for idolatry. The secrecy surrounding Moses' body also ties into a larger theological question. the role of the physical body in divine plans. Moses, as a leader and prophet, had a body that represented the law and covenant, and the protection of his remains could symbolize the safeguarding of that covenant from corruption. Whether viewed through the lens of Jewish, Christian, or Islamic thought, Moses's body is not just a relic of the past, but a symbol of divine authority, spiritual leadership, and the ever-present tension between human frailty and divine purpose. What remains consistent across all traditions is the idea that Moses's death and burial were unlike any other. The hidden grave, the dispute between Michael and Satan, and the lack of any definitive burial site emphasize the sacredness of Moses's legacy and the profound care with which God protected it. Even in death, Moses remained under God's unique protection, shielded from forces that sought to manipulate his memory and the people he had led. This enigmatic treatment of Moses's body serves as a reminder that his role extended far beyond the mortal realm. What do you think was the true reason God hid Moses' body, and how do you interpret the conflict between Michael and Satan over it? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future content.